Hey guys, we're here in the shop today with our good friend Captain Kris, who's going to demonstrate how to tie a couple of our favorite Madison River fly patterns. Enjoy!
Hi, thanks for joining us today. We're here at Trout Stalkers Fly Shop in Ennis, Montana, and we're tying up some of our favorite flies for fishing here on the Madison River. The fly that we're going to be tying here is what I like to call the fly formerly known as Mega Prince. And it's basically a Mega Prince just with a few little alterations to it. First alteration you'll notice is the Cyclops hot bead in fire orange. Just really makes this fly visible. And also these large holographic Flashabou wings. This fly is really designed to be fished early in the season, May, June, when we're having our spring runoff, snow melt. Water's going to typically be high, slightly off color. Fish are up against the banks. I really like to fish this fly off the back of the salmon fly chubby that we did in the previous video for you. But really a great fly. You know, a lot of steps involved in tying it, but typically don't go through a ton of them in the course of a season. If I tie 24 of them, that's usually plenty. Really fun fly to tie, so give it a try and let's get started. Okay, so to get started on this fly, we have started a size 6 heavy streamer hook with a fire orange Cyclops bead, and we're going to go right here in front of the bead, start our thread, and we're going to throw a little antenna on, pumpkin flake silly legs, sort of keeping with the theme of this salmon fly color. Those will splay out naturally. Tie those on, and then we're just going to throw a little bit of this light bright bronze peacock dub. Cover our thread work. Won't take much, just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and give that a little hand whip. Right here I'm just going to put a little dab of head cement on there just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then we're going to slide that bead forward as much as possible. Just kind of smash it up in there into that dubbing. Clean up some of those stragglers here. And then we'll go right back to our thread here. A lot of times we'll fish this fly as a dropper and we don't need a lot of extra weight other than the bead, but I'm just going to throw a few turns of this lead wire on there just to sort of keep that bead from going anywhere. Just kind of squish it up there into that bead. It should be just about perfect. Alright, one of the things I like to do on these flies is do a little kind of an undertail. We'll do that with a large red wire. Take it back to the bend of the hook. Go ahead and cut that out of there. Okay, for the tail of this fly, I'm going to use some brown grizzly marabou. Grab a little tuft of this, strip those webby fibers off the back. Go ahead and lay it in there, like so. That down nicely. And then we'll go back to our pumpkin flake silly legs. Go ahead and throw 2 in there. Try to spread those out a little bit. Trim them just slightly past the tail. For our ribbing material, we're going to use some large gold wire. I like peacock herl for the back part of this fly, so we'll take 6 or 7 strands of peacock here, trim the ends, tie them into the back of the fly. And we're going to wrap them up to about the lead there. Okay, we'll go ahead and catch those. Trim that out of there. And at this point, we're going to take this gold wire ribbing and go back over the peacock for segmentation and durability. Tie that off. Flip it out of the way. Push that little tag end down. This one leg kind of got away from me here. See if I can kind of pull it back into place. There we go. Okay, now we're going back to the pumpkin flake silly legs again. We're just going to lay one on each side here. I just want it to stick back. Trim that front one out of the way. And another one in the back, facing backwards. I'm only going to use the back ones. Even with the tail here. Alright, for the thorax of the fly, we're going back to that light bright bronze peacock. Just build up a little thorax. Just clean that up a little bit. I like it to be a little bushy, but really I'm sticking all over the place. Next step, we're going to pull out a nice webby piece of Hungarian partridge, and we will fold back these top fibers, make a little trim here, tie it in the front, and then we'll just ever so gently wrap that a couple times around, palmer it, and then we'll catch the butt ends of that. Clip that butt end out of there. You can pull some of those webby fibers out, and then we'll just take and sort of brush this back. Get them to lay back a little bit. We're going to throw some more dubbing on this in a minute, so that will help with that too. Okay, for the wing of the fly, we're going to use some of this kind of extra large Flashaboo. And I'm going to lay them kind of splayed out like you would the regular white biot wings on prints. Just gives the fly some extra flash. Try to clip those so they're even as possible. Right here I'm going to throw just a little head cement in there so they don't go anywhere when you're fishing it. Keep them in there. A couple extra wraps. And now to finish the fly, we're going to go back to that light bright bronze peacock. Cover up that thread work. And go ahead and just throw a hand whip. Alright, a little bushy right now, but we're going to clean this all up. Come in here and just kind of trim some of these fibers out of here, pluck them out. Go ahead and trim these antennae in the front. And there you have the fly, formerly known as Mega Prince. Great early summer, high water, slightly off color pattern. Tie some up, give them a try. Let us know how you like them. Thanks for watching.